We've got Colonel Matt Smithmack with us, and we also have Tosh Plumlee. Briefly, going back to Tosh, hearing this, I mean, this just makes my blood boil. And then, Colonel, pop in anytime.
Well, okay. In answer to your question, what's the cause of this? It's factual. We are dealing with an international crime syndicate that has infiltrated the highest offices of highest agencies and the highest offices of this country. They have a plan. We do not have a plan. It is not an intelligence failure. Our intelligence community is doing their job. Our politicians and our elected officials are not doing their job. As a result of them not doing their job, good agents, good military people, good women and children are losing their lives on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. This is a dog and pony show that's being given to the American people during this election phase. They're not asking the questions. What we've covered here today and what Kent has said, they're not covering that. They're not asking the questions. They have desensitized the American people to the point to where we expect what's going on. So we've been infiltrated, our Supreme Court, our highest offices of the land, the presidency. This Obama is a joke. He's not only a lame duck, but I'm not going to go off into that. I mean, whatever.
Could you call this a crime coup? This is a corruption coup.
I've said this. I've said it on my Facebook. This is a coup. America is being under a coup d'etat. It's been going on for gradually and escalating for the last 5 decades. That's it. We're in a coup. We're losing our country. And those that do not come out publicly before the fact are going to get killed. Simple as that. Terry did everything he could. Colonel Sabot did everything he could. Barry Seal did everything he could. But one thing that they did not do.
Go public.
They did not go public. Public would bring it down. Hastings was going public. Went down. You can name them. Alex, you've had them on your show.
Hastings said days before on TV, they've taken over. It's criminals. I'm about to break it. The media must resist this takeover. This is a rebellion. He called family. I've talked to him, said the feds are after me. And his car just blows up, shoots the engine, you know, hundreds of yards down the street. And then they just go, oh, it's normal for our cars to blow up like that. It's amazing. Let's go to the Colonel. Colonel, there's been developments since you were on a month and a half ago. You've got the floor. What's most important in the next 5 minutes for people to know?
Mr. Jones, I'd say the most important thing is, you know, again, we have that source that is willing to work with House oversight. This person is talking to Mr. Lajeunesse, and also to the Hannity show's credit, I know Kent has been talking to one of the producers on the Hannity show.
Good, he's come on.
And they're trying to help as well too, to help him with the email situation, trying to find out those 3 emails that Brian sent, and they kind of just disappeared. Matter of fact, I remember Kent telling me, I believe it was actually Representative Chaffetz, I believe himself, who talked to Kent, Terry, and said, hey, you know, we never got these emails or knew about these emails that Brian had and was sent to us. So he actually, from what Kent told me about 2.5 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, talked to Kent himself, explaining this. But more
so the good news is, just like we 6 months ago were talking about Facebook censoring conservatives, that's now an investigation. You guys are starting to get some traction here.
Yeah, yes, sir. It seems, you know, it's at a glacier pace, perhaps, and perhaps, you know, there's other things going on behind the scenes that, you know, I'm not privy to. But we have past information, as I had talked and emailed Mr. Representative Trey Govt, and he said, please, you know, always forward me everything you've got. So everything I've got, I'm passing on to him. You know, we know weapons are going here again. Not just rifles and hand grenade, rifles and handguns, but we're talking laser guided munitions. We're talking RPGs, perhaps, you know, shoulder fire missiles, and these are going via air out of a location in Arizona into Mexico, and we've passed that information on to House oversight and let them know this particular source wants to help. He's willing to help.
This is so big that, I mean, I just feel overwhelmed. We're going to take this, do articles on it. It's up to the listeners to get it out. I want to have you guys, because I got Roger Stone coming on. I forgot that was happening. I apologize. I want to ask you both back up and say a week or so. This is moving so quick for just the 2 of you. for a full hour to really brainstorm with the listeners on how we can, do this. But just about a minute and a half for Tosh, a minute or so for you. Gentlemen, thank you so much for what you're doing. I know I don't normally say that over and over again, but you guys are really risking your lives, and I appreciate that for my family. So I'm doing it to a certain extent, but nothing like you guys. This is so dangerous. I can just feel it from a distance. But Tosh, any other final points, sir?
Yeah, I want to make a point here. What got Matt and I together is the same information that he got from a separate source about the current gun running that's getting ready to happen the end of this month by aircraft coming out of Arizona, dovetailed in with the information that we had received from very sensitive sources of a military intelligence unit. And that was the reason that Matt and I got together, and also Kent Terry. We have an operation that is ongoing in the future. You heard it here before the fact. So
the Fast and Furious 2 ISIS continuing. Whistleblowers are saying it. They're going to do it nakedly. Colonel?
Yes, sir. And I'd say, as a former Marine, to me, one of the most important things is to get closure for the Terry family. I mean, that Brian risked his life, put his neck out, tried to do the right thing, alerted his family that something was not right, tried to tell his superiors, and now the family still seems to be not getting the support.
That's right. Let's not let his death be in vain, because he's even superhero level if he helps end up bringing these criminals down.
Yes, sir.
Then he didn't die in vain. An incredible point, Colonel. Will both of you come back on for another hour next week to war game this?
Yes, sir. You bet.
Well, let's get you guys then on hold during the break, find out when you can do it together. Let's do it together next week to beat the drum, get articles out more. I know our listeners are upset about this. They want to see Hillary brought to justice. This is a chink in the dragon's armor. Gentlemen, Colonel and Tosh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you, folks, this is just over-the-top historic stuff you're hearing, and it's so dangerous. I hope people realize this isn't pearls before swine. This is political death to our enemies. We got to get it out to everybody. I'm not gonna sit here and take it anymore. My fellow InfoWarriors, I am very excited to be able to announce to you the introduction at InfoWarsLife.com of a new way to save time and money when you stock up on InfoWars Life formulations like Survival Shield X2 and Super Male Vitality. Just go to InfoWarsLife.com today, select your favorite product, click on Auto Ship before adding to cart, and choose how often you want us to send you another order. Every time you choose Auto Ship at InfoWarsLife.com, you get 10% off, and you won't have to worry about running out and having to reorder next time. And of course, you can cancel with one click anytime. As you know, I'm all about the idea of a 360 win, and the new auto ship feature at InfoWarsLife.com is a sure win for everybody. A win for liberty, a win for health, and a win when it comes to big savings. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today and save 10% on your next InfoWars Life order by selecting auto ship at checkout. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.